once the video went viral, they kept calling the hotline, telling them that they know that it was, and I got him to do it for insurance money. All I heard was, bitch, if you ever play with me during a sexual intercourse. No, not allegedly. That's just my feelings and what I see when I look at the video.
She wanted to tell the girl's name, y'all.
I do.
The girl who told
Her name. Hours later, my building was burned.
Okay.
And then the video went viral. The video ended up on Empower NOLA. Everybody was sending me the video. And it's still an assumption. But to me, that looks like him on a video. And I'm just that's what I see. I mean, you know how you like, you know me, right? I'm your friend. And I'm on a video, but you don't see my face. You know me.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna know your
that's.
I'm gonna know your walk. I'm gonna know.
Yeah, and it just was. I was really like numb watching the video because it was like no way, just no way. So, yeah, hours later, my building was burned.
But
so
we still can't say.
We can't confirm that was him.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly. That's just my feelings and what I see when I look at the video. But I still can't confirm 100%.
Because I saw like in the comments, people were saying, "Oh, that's the guy she deal with," and they actually thought you and him had did an insurance job.
Yeah. No, actually, what happened was the detectives called me because they called once the video went viral. They kept calling the hotline, whatever hotline that they were supposed to call, telling them that they know that it was Big Dog, and I got him to do it for insurance money. So these people was coming at me, trying to, as if, I'm in trouble for doing an insurance job. And what saved me is that I didn't have insurance. So now what's my motive? And of course, I'm like, I don't know who that is on the video. I don't know who that guy is on the video because I can't confirm that that's him. I just go off of what I feel, which I don't think there's nothing I need to tell them. But the only reason why they even came at me is because everybody in those comments called the hotline and said that I got him to do an insurance job for me. That's some wicked ass people.
That
is some wicked ass people. Like thank God I ain't have insurance at that place. Because that's what it would have seemed like.
Even the owner of the building started questioning, thinking you had it done on purpose.
No.
The
owner just said that whatever it is, he didn't think I got it done on purpose. He just knew it was an intent for me.
Oh, right.
Intended for me. So once he repaired the building, he didn't feel comfortable letting me back because if these people purposely doing this to you, they can do it again.
Right.
Which God, and that's what I tell you, that's what kept me. God moved in mysterious ways. So many times I said I wanted to go to the West Bank. I wanted to make the move, but it's just, I didn't move. So I feel like that incident really moved me. And now that I'm on a West Bank, business is doing way better than it was doing on Elhart. So that goes for me saying God do things in mysterious ways and it's going to always work out for my good because of the God that I serve. So it made sense in the end.
And while you were coming back from that and healing from, you're still healing from the breakup. Well, you're still healing from the breakup. You're still trying to get yourself together after your building burned. Your son gets sick.
Girl. That's a very, very touchy topic.
Yeah.
My son got sick.
And I know it was terrifying. I was there. I was on the phone with you. We talked about it. What was the experience like? And how did it... Well, what was the experience like? So
I can't even eat the grape when you say that because that was like the most...
Of everything that happened
God
since
was like,
October.
she passed, and it was like the book of Job. Like everything else, she just still like, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. God was like, I really gotta, I know where I could get her at. I'm gonna get to her through the children because if she don't really trust me, this is when she gonna break.
This when she gonna fold.
I'm a fold, and I ain't almost fell when it came to God, but I was too weak to even you know, like I just was weak. I forgot about the building. I forgot about the breakup.
Everything stopped.
Nothing is like the world. Like it was just me and my baby in that bed and the world gone. Just us two. I ain't even. I'm like, God, I know you. Come, don't stop playing.
Like this ain't even for us, God.
Like, come on, man. This ain't for me and you.
No,
come on now.
Right.
What's happening? Mm-hmm. But it never was, and you know I got crazy faith. It never was, oh my baby good. Like I was worried. And faith don't come with worries. I was worried. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was about to lose my child. I didn't know. And I never worried. I was weak. I was weak. I was not the one that's like, oh girl, that's gonna be all right. Oh girl, God do everything for a reason. Oh,
that wasn't the case.
No. It took like it was God came to me in my dream like because for Christmas my baby didn't have no movement. Like he wasn't on command at all. And that was like, come on, Christmas. And my sister and them came for me to leave and go take a bath because I never used to really leave. Like I go days without taking a bath. I brush my teeth because I had a toothbrush and it had a sink in the room, but like I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving. So my sister relieved me, and I was in his car to test the Cybertruck, and I went to charge it. And as this is a moment of silence. I'm just sitting here charging the car, and I scrolled, and one of my prayer warriors, a prayer sister, came. Her contact came up. Like it was like maybe it was whatever it was. I texted her and I told her what was going on, and I asked her to pray for my son. And I don't really do that. Mm-hmm. And she went into it was like whatever she did, like God sent me to her and we got that shit done. Cause that night, God came to me in my dream with water. He always, when he talking to me, he send water at a color white. And I saw the water. And I woke up the next day, the doctor came in, and I was like, oh, I'm good. Like the doctor never saw me smiling.
You were
like
worry free after.
Yeah, I was like worry free. It's like he sent me the confirmation I need. She told me what I needed to do. I needed to surrender. I needed to like God don't have your attention right now. You falling off. Mm-hmm. You so worried about, you running the streets with these men, you in a club, you drinking, you out of body, you're not worrying about your business like that. It's out of pocket. Like I was out, man, I was outside so much. Toto said, please, mama, get back with Mike.
He did.
Get back with Mike because at least you stay home when he here.
Toto is so smart. He did want you back with Mike because he felt like when Mike was home, you stayed home. And when you started talking to Big Dog, he was like, how old is he?
He did.
And he compared y'all age, and he was like, so when he 28, I mean, when you 40, he gonna be 30 or something like that. He said, right? Like that.
He did. He did say that.
He was like, he was like, too young.
Yeah, he was like, he too young.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Toto
he did.
Knows what's best.
Yeah, so I was just not myself, trying to cope with a pain. I'm not gonna say pain because trying to not even feel the pain. So I was just, how some people get high. I'm not a person that do drugs, so I'm just out just ignoring what I'm going through and not realizing that, girl, you're a child of God, you're a woman of God, you don't do that. Mm-hmm. I'm not perfect at all by far, but certain things I don't do. Right. Certain people I don't align with. Mm-hmm. And I just was whatever. I'm finally outside. I've been trapped in this house for 5 years with a man that wasn't worthy of me. I'm outside. I'm going to show him how this feels. I was really trying to show him how it felt too. Like, I want you to feel stupid. I want you to be embarrassed. Because whether you thought you had me out here looking stupid or not, because he really feel like he had his hoes in line. Them hoes is on the phone with their friend in their group chat laughing. Like, I'm messing with Bodied by Brooke, old man. Like I got you. So I just was on a mission, and I didn't care who I hurt, and I'm not that girl. Like
time you was hurting yourself.
Hurting myself. So once God got to my son, I was able to realize like what I had going on, what I was doing.
It's after your friend, who you consider your prayer warrior.
God came to me and he told me everything was gonna be all right. The doctor came in there that morning, and I was a whole nother person, folding the blanket that I sleep with, and he up in there and he was like, cause he'll come in for the commands, like squeeze my hand, buddy, wiggle your toes, buddy. And Zay wasn't doing it. I was like, I ain't remember none of that. He gonna be all right. And the doctor was like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, God already told me he gonna be all right. I know my baby gonna be all right. He gonna be good. They was taking him in for another MRI to see if there was a change. And I was like, I don't even care what that MRI said, because once God spoke to me, I know he good. I don't care what y'all tell me. I ain't worried about y'all. So that's a long story too, girl.
It is such a long story.
It is such a long story the way that went. But later on that day, my sister, like we was in the ICU. So when you come into the ICU, you have to get buzzed in. My sister went to get buzzed in, but she was on her phone and she was using profanity. She was cursing on her phone to whoever she was on the phone with. So I'm not knowing that at the time because I'm in the room with my baby, and security come to the door, and I was like, "Could I help y'all?" And it was like, "We here for the mother of this patient," and I was like, "That's me." And it was like, "We're gonna have to ask you to leave." Now God just told me this little boy gonna be okay, and hours later I got security at the door telling me I gotta go, and I was like, I laughed because is this a joke? Like y'all pranking me? Where the cameras at? I'm not leaving my child. Did you just hear me say I ain't leave to go take baths? And you think I'm about to leave because... So they was like, you was just cursing at the nurse. And I was like, I said, I don't know what y'all talking about. I got big problems in here. I got big things going on in here. Go do y'all job. Go check y'all camera, and y'all will figure out whatever this is y'all talking about, because I don't even care to know what y'all talking about. Just go ahead. So it was like, all right, they left. They came back like about 45 minutes later, and it was like, you're right. It wasn't you. However, it was one of the visitors that comes in this room, and you are responsible for whatever visitors come to visit your son. So we're going to have to ask you to leave. I was like, not an option. Okay, we're going to take other measures. They left, come back with NOPD. When I tell you they was persistent, they wanted me out. They wanted me gone. And I was like, God, you just told me everything was going to be okay. Why would you want me away from my son? Like, why would I have to leave my son? So I asked NOPD. I'm like, so no, NOPD really felt bad for me because they see my son was unconscious, and they seen that they even told NOPD his condition, everything, and they was like, NOPD was like, if it wasn't her causing a commotion, why ask her to leave? And no matter, he tried, it wouldn't work. They wanted me gone, which was weird as fuck to me. But I was like, okay, so I didn't give up my parental rights. What could you do, asking NOPD, if I take my baby? He was like, oh, nothing. And it was like, oh, she can't take him. I say, unhook him. I gotta go. You want me to go? I'm about to go. But unhook my child so I could take him with me. And it was like, you can't take him. I said, I'm telling y'all right now, so I'm taking my child, period. I'm not gonna beg y'all to stay in a place that I'm not wanted, but I'm taking my baby with me anyway, because all the days we was in there and he was just declining, I was researching hospitals. All of us was. And they say Oxnard main campus was #1 for neuro. The neurologist, they was the best.
At the time you were in children.
I was in Children's Hospital at the time. So I'm like, I'm going to children. I mean, I'm going to Oxnard. Like, he ain't getting no better here. So I'm going to just look at it like...
experiment there.
Yeah. And it was trying to experiment on them because they never seen that condition. They wanted to find out what it was so bad. They really did wanted to find out. They wanted to be the one to solve that, but they just couldn't. So they came and took his catheter off. They came and took the EKG and all that off, and it's trying not to make the story long, but I never wear a bra. You know, I don't have on one right now. And this day, I had on a sports bra, I had on double layer pants, and I had on a shirt. They took everything off him and had him just in the bed naked. And I'm like, he don't have no clothes. Like, and they didn't care because they felt like he ain't our patient no more. You taking him. Man, I came out that shirt, I got a sports bra on. I came out the layer pants, put all that on him. I carried the bed, I cradled him. Now we talking about a 16-year-old at the time, dead weight child. He was losing weight because he wasn't eating or whatever. But I just picked him up and cradled him. Like cradled him and was like, I'm gone. Walked to the car.
Carried him out the hospital.
Got to the car, drove. Oxnard main campus was 9 minutes away. 9 minutes away. Drove to the emergency room. Immediately, they hooked him right back up. The next day, they tested him for pneumonia. The infection, it was a whole team of people came in there. They found out the problem the next day and started him on antibiotics. The boy woke up. He started moving. He started. We got action. We had action, and in order to get that action, God had to get me put out that hospital.
He had to move you. He had to hospital, like he had to move you from that store on Earhart.
When you don't, when you don't listen, He will move you. He will move, and that's why it goes back to how did you get through all this? Because because God know I'm a little slow. He knows sometimes I can't catch on. So he gon' if you don't catch on to what I'm saying, he gonna pick me up and move me. It's so crazy because earlier that day, a girl that I know came in there and prayed over my baby. I missed the part because after the doctor left and I told him God said my baby was gonna be good, because they came every hour on an hour. The next hour he was following commands. He was wiggling his feet. He was squeezing her hand. And then after that, a girl came in and she prayed over him. And when she prayed over him, he went into MRI. And after MRI, he went back to that state of declining. He went back to declining. After she prayed over him, he went back to declining. And she told me that somebody put like a witchcraft on him. She had to undo it, and it was a lot. It was a lot going on. She had to undo it, and the girl that I was communicating with, the prayer warrior that I'm telling you about, the sister in Christ, she was like, somebody is there. Now this girl wait in Houston. She don't know who there. She don't know nothing. I told her about how I got put out the hospital. Now we at a new hospital. She said, Brooke, somebody is there and they need to flee. God is telling me that somebody is there and they praying on, not praying, they praying on his downfall and they need to get from around y'all. They there. And I told her I said, you ever heard about a spiritual bath? And when I told her that, she said, I knew it. It. She said, is the person there? And I said, yeah, you have to get that person out of there. The girl called me. She made me put it on speakerphone. She made me put the phone on my baby's chest. And she just started praying over him. And she said, Brooke, that's what it is. You have to get them people from around you. We escaped that part moving forward. But after that, Oxnard main campus found out that he had walking pneumonia, which turned into ADEM, which is a inflammation in the brain, the white matter of his brain. And once they started doing the antibiotics and treating him with steroids, like, God is good. He back. He back.
He's back.
He back. He back. He back. We was in the hospital for what? Almost 3 weeks? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
No, almost a month.
Almost a month? Yeah. Yes.
He's out for almost a month.
Yes. So that was because that right here gonna put us in well over an hour because it's so much that I'm gapping off, but it's like even like neglecting the rest of my children and not being with my family for Christmas, my children for Christmas, not doing a traditional thing, watching my baby not even saying one word on Christmas, not even waking up. It just was, the father's not helping me with the kids, and Mike so mad at me at the time because of his personal he don't want to help me with his own son, and it just was so much like they would say the devil was attacking me. You would like it's just so much. How did you deal with all that? But I think it was God just teaching me.
Yeah.
It was a lot, like enough for me to crash, but I ain't crashed. Like. But I had a lot of people. My mom, my sister, y'all, my friends. Even Mike was there in the beginning. Mike was there in the beginning because me and Mike, like I said, we were still on and off. He was there in the beginning. People, I had my team don't play. Yeah. So everybody who surrounded me, they made sure I got through that tough time.
And so once that tough time was over, because again, it was back to back to back to back, right? So at this point, your son is home. At this point, your son is home, right? Mm-hmm. And Christmas is gone now. His birthday has came, and you are in the process of planning your grand opening, your new location opening. Mm-hmm. So everything is going fine for those, I don't know what, 3-4 weeks, because from December, did he get out of the hospital? January?
No, he got out the hospital.
January.
Like January.
And then your opening was February the
1st.
Yeah, so
like a week or two.
Okay, so during that time, everything was going smooth. You was getting things ready for the grand opening. You had a lot of things planned, great expectations, and the grand opening was nice. But something happened. Yeah. That day on your way.
On my way.
Something happened.
And
that went viral too. This is another one of your moments. So
that was the next thing.
Huh?
That was the next thing.
Yeah, that was the next thing.
You sure?
Was there something happened after?
I don't know, girl. So much stuff been happening. I'm trying to make sure we ain't skip over nothing.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you were good.
The snow happened. No, the snow was before the grand opening, right?
Yeah, but what happened with the snow? You had a good time. You was outside naked in the snow. Nothing happened in the snow. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think nothing happened.
Okay.
No drama.
Yeah. No drama. No. Yeah, I know we're skipping something. The thing.
We skipping something. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What thing?
Big Dog went to jail.
Oh,
and he posted the thing, and that went viral. Everybody was saying that I put him in jail.
Yeah.
And to clarify that, I did not. I did not put him in jail. He's not in jail for arson. He's actually in jail for, and I think they confirmed that on Instagram. Mm-hmm. A probation violation. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he did to violate his probation, but I do know that. And then everybody was like, you let Trelly take your man, Brooke, like that was,
And you had a conversation with her?
I had a conversation with Trelly. Mm-hmm. I did. And me and Trelly all good. Mm-hmm. There's no issues. She did not mess with Big Dog, and even if she would have, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Right.
He actually, I don't know if he really did the fire or not, but he tried to initiate a conversation and record it. That's what she said, so she can be his alibi on where he was at that night. And yes, he did go to Treehouse. She did say, not Treehouse, Metro. She did say he was in Metro, but that was 3-4 in the morning. Spades. That was 3-4 in the morning. The fire happened at 1:45 in the morning. That was talked about, but me and her did have a conversation. We cleared everything up. It was all good, but I know that was another thing that went viral because people were saying, "Oh, she put him in jail. She mad because he was messing with Trelly." No.
So the internet kind of thought you and Trelly was having some kind of issues. They felt like you actually did what you did and got him arrested because he was messing with Trelly or whatever. But none of that was true.
At all.
Not at all.
I think he just wanted to paint that picture because maybe when he got arrested, he thought it was about the arson or the fire. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't. And I guess once he realized that's not why he was arrested, he got it deleted. But of course, the internet still painted the picture of Brooke was mad because he was with Trelly and she put him in jail. But none of that was not true at all.
Have you heard from him since?
No, I wouldn't desire to hear from him at all. Like, no, that is a chapter in my life that I never want to revisit at all. So no, Haven't heard from him. Don't want to hear from him. Not looking back. And that's only because, like I said, I can't confirm that he did it, but it's my personal feelings and my gut. So I'm going to just go with my gut and I'm going to just, not align myself with somebody like that.
Do you forgive him? If since you feel like it was
him. Do I forgive him? No.
Not yet. Eventually you will.
Eventually I have to for me, but right now, no. No.
That's understandable.
No. No.
That's understandable.
No. No.
Because you know me, I forgive people in situations. I just deal with them differently.
Oh, I would never deal with them at all.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And I've never been in a situation as deep as that. I'm just saying, like, even just like petty things.
That's not petty at all.
Yeah, that's not petty at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So, no forgiveness there. No. Got it.
When I do forgive him, it's going to be for me. So I can let that hurt go. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be for him.
Right.
So I don't think I would ever get to the part of forgiving him for him. Mm-hmm. No. You can't. How do you come back from that? You don't. That is
because he told you. He said I didn't do it, and when you find out I didn't, you're gonna owe me an apology.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, because I don't understand where that fake ass video that he got posted of Shirley come from. Mm-hmm. Because you knew you wasn't with her. You knew whatever you knew. Like, so that was just like some guilt type video to me. That kind of
yeah, the video shouldn't even exist.
No, that was like, and then it was premeditated. Mm-hmm. It was like confirmation for me. Mm-hmm. So no, I don't. No.
Yeah.
No.
I feel that.
No.
No forgiveness.
No.
Not right now.
Never.
Never? You can't say never. I mean, eventually you're going to forgive him. I mean, you're going to just forgive the situation. No, I'm not saying forgive him and be his friend. I'm just saying forgive him and let it be.
For me. Mm-hmm. For me and, my relationship with God, mm-hmm. and to not bottle that in and carry that with me, I will. But not for him. Yeah. Which means... Mm-mm.
Okay, well, so he is still in jail.
He is.
As of today, and he is still in jail for a probation violation that you don't even know what the violation was or anything, but it has nothing to do with
nothing arson. To do with arson nor me.
Okay.
I can't prove he did it. I don't want to prove he did it. I know for me, I feel for me, mm-hmm. he did it. Mm-hmm. But legally, I have no desire to take action. Mm-hmm. I just don't ever want to align myself with a person like that.
Yeah.
For my sake, my business, like, that's how I make my money. Like, mm-hmm. I just celebrated my 5 years. When a person don't want to talk to you anymore or deal with you anymore, you cannot do those things. Mm-hmm. That is off limits. That is the ultimate betrayal. Like, if you would do that, nah.
Well, people ask you this question all the time. What is it that you do to men? Somebody just asked you this question this weekend. I have that question because it's a real question. What is it? Because he did that, but there's other men who has done other things, and it's like you're the common denominator. You just be yourself, and that's what make it.
You remember when I cooked the yakami for him? You was like, no. Mm-hmm. You wasn't supposed to do that. Like, y'all, I literally make like one of the best yakami you'll ever taste.
Yakami is the best.
I literally was at his apartment cooking for him.
So you think it was the yakami for real? Because me, you, and Cliff was in Cliff like, I need to try the yakami. You think it was the yakami for real? Mm-mm. It wasn't the yakami. I don't think it was the yakami either.
I think it was a part of it. It was like, it was the way I made people feel. I'm a good person.
You are a great person. And a lot of people don't know that about you. The people who don't know that about you, they don't like you and they have no clue. You are a really great person.
Yeah, so it's like the way I make people feel, I like people to feel good about themselves. Mm-hmm. I like to make people feel great. I like people to Like I try to bring out the side of people they don't know about themselves. Mm-hmm. I would try to bring it out so they could just see how unique and beautiful they are. Mm-hmm. And I embrace it. And I just try to, I'm a giving person. I'm a loving person. I nurture. Like, I'm just a caring person.
So even though you do all those good things,
Child, I also drank, because I know where you're getting at. I drank the himbo.
No.
Listen, it was,
as a matter of fact, I'm gonna need this for the rest of this, for the last segment. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need to come off that and come up on this.
This is probably too much information. Some energy. But since we here and the people want to know, we toast. We did the toast, and now we doing the tea. Yeah, but we don't got the tea. But
here's the thing. Here's the thing. They want to know. You've been saying you're gonna give it to them, and that's why this episode may be the longest episode, and this is gonna be the only episode where we're gonna talk about your life for real, because that's not what ToasTeas is about.
That's not what it's about, and we're not gonna make that about.
And we're not gonna make this about Brooke and her life. She gonna get back to y'all on Instagram with that. Yeah. We gonna keep this as what it's supposed to
be. And that's why I said this might be too much information. Yeah. But you remember when I told you about the time when we was having intercourse, mm-hmm. and what he said? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it was the time after the Yakami. After the Yakami. Yes, it was after the night of, mm-hmm. the Yakami. I cooked the Yakami that evening.
But how did you know what's going? That's what I was getting to.
Because I told you to love the nature, that type of stuff, and you're still asking me more questions, like you're trying to get at.
Question. I was trying to get at that. Okay,
so ask the question.
Well, so that is the question. You do all those good things, mm-hmm. and people feel that, and you're gonna get to the intercourse part because that's your story. But for me, I know that he felt like, and I'm talking about Big Dog at this moment, and I'm talking about him because I know how he felt. But a lot of guys feel like this. They feel like you play with their feelings. And he said to you in that instance, don't play with me, right? And so it's like, you don't be really knowing. Keith said the other day on the phone, was on 3, where he was like, Brooke is so bipolar. I don't think it's that you're bipolar. I think it's like, I don't even really know what to call it for real.
I don't give a fuck.
No, you have these
and
moods,
I don't think nothing wrong.
You have these moods, so for sure you have like moods, like when you want to be bothered and when you don't want to be bothered. And I think, and I tell you this all the time, when you don't want to be bothered, they need to let you be. They really need to just leave you alone. People, period. Yeah. When you don't want to be bothered, when you're not in the mood, just, I told Mike that. Mike, just walk away. Just give us some space, just give us some time. And wait for her to call you back. I mean, literally just wait for her. Because if you keep, you're not,
So if it's not bipolar, what is it? My therapist, me and my therapist, we've been getting me together. And I think it's more so of...
Do you listen to your therapist all the time?
No.
At all?
I don't listen to nobody all the time. At all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm laughing, but that's not right. You should listen sometimes. You should listen sometimes. Maybe. So yeah, I think that he felt like you was playing with his feelings, but it's not, and that's not the case for real. I think that Mike sometimes feel like you play with his feelings, but that's not the case. You have these mood swings, and when you in them, like when you like you don't want to be bothered, you don't want to be bothered.
I don't, and nobody can force it.
Mm-hmm. And if they try to force it, it makes things worse, and that's when you just take off. Like. Yeah. And one thing leads to another. The conversation gets reckless.
Heated. And my mouth is horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but they should just let you alone.
I don't initiate it though. Verbally. I just want to be left alone, and that shouldn't cause for an argument or mean and hateful things to be said amongst two people, 2 or more people. I just like to be left alone. Is that so bad? And I guess it is, because it's not fair to the other person. When people be clingy for real. And I'm not a clingy person.
But you could be sometimes. You like off and on.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to tell you this. I'm like, Brooke, I don't know about you, but for me, and a lot of women can relate to this. During your menstrual time, right?
Yeah.
Leading up to it, for me, I get in a different mood. Like I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, me too.
And but you didn't really notice that until
you
I made you notice it.
Yeah.
I'm like, your cycle about to come down? Because maybe that's why. And you was like, yeah, it is. And so now you notice that. And so I'm just like, listen, when it's about to come down, just let them know that it's almost that time of month. I don't want to be bothered. But we all know, like, Mike, he ain't gonna really listen to that. But still, even though you know, because you know now, because you'll ask me, like, I'm just aggravated with this, with that, your children, everything. You be aggravated with everything. And you be like, girl, is it cycle time? Like, I know your cycle now. I know when your cycle about to come down. You be like, is it time? I'm like, yeah, it's time.
If I want to know anything about my cycle, I call you.
Yeah. Girl, I'm bleeding heavy. What's going on?
And then she was telling me about the pickle juice. And I'm like, girl, don't do that to me. And yeah, the pickle juice really makes you bleed heavier. But yeah, I guess
it's the mood. So again, you play with. They think you playing with their feelings, but you're not playing with their feelings. That's just who you are, and they just haven't learned that about you.
Yeah.
So it's really important for people when they get into relationships, whether it's a friendship, whatever. You gotta learn. You have to know. You really have to know the person that you're dealing with.
And I think Mike, out of those 5 years, Mike
knows you best.
He should have.
Oh yeah, but he didn't.
But he didn't, or maybe it just because he don't understand it's something I can't control.
And I think you can control it.
Well, recently when me and my therapist had to talk about it, and I shared that with Mike, he was like, "Cause ain't nobody gonna deal with that," and I said, "I don't expect nobody to." Now that I know why I'm that way, I don't expect anyone to deal with that. And that's why I would have to, that's one of the reasons I like men that cheat. Why I would like an open relationship. Because I have those moments where I don't want to be bothered.
And you would allow them in that time to have a hall pass.
Yeah. Like, bye. Like, wouldn't even care. Sometimes I'd be sleeping, you turn over the call, like, where you, child, I don't even hear you come inside. Like, don't care. And that's not purposely done. It just isn't. It's just me. And I don't like that about myself, but I did find out.
There are some men who will be open to having an open relationship. They'll be open to living separately. And I think that's one thing that's going to work for you.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I'm going to say Mike because that's just really, not saying that, I don't know if y'all going to get back together or not. Because I actually know that right now.
Mike ain't going for that.
I know right now you are, and we're going to get to that, but we're doing this in chronological order or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know that you are dealing with, have a friend now, somebody that you like, that's your friend or whatever. And it's not Mike, but I'm going to use Mike, for example. Mike ain't, like you just said, he's not going for that.
Mike clingy. But Mike have been dealing with other girls since our breakup.
A lot of other girls.
A lot of them. But he said it aggravating. And I was like, not to you, huh? Not to Mr. Clingy. And he said, you know what's crazy? I want to be clingy with you. I don't want them calling me all day. I don't like that from them. So they want it from who they want it from. Because Mike is very clingy with me. But other people don't get that. Yeah. He finds them to be aggravating. So, I don't know. But going back to the Yaka meet. It was the Yaka meet day. We had a good weekend. And
yeah, y'all had the good weekend right before you broke it off, right?
Yeah. So that's why with my assumption of him burning my place down, I'm not going to try to justify it, but I could understand his trigger, what triggered him. Because we went to Wild 'N Out. We was hanging together. We was cuddled. Like, it was a beautiful weekend that could have been misleading. Like you told me, why would you cook the Yaka meat?
Why would you do all those things?
Why would you do these things when you know you're not ready for a relationship? So I was doing like wifey things for a temporary moment. And he didn't want it to end. And I do those things, and then when I'm ready for it to end, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And for him, it's like maybe he felt played. Not that I was trying to make him feel that way, but it was what it was. But so the good night, we was having sex, right? And I'm on top of him doing my thing. And while I'm on top of him doing my thing, like I'm squirting all over him while I'm on top of him. Then I go to turn around, like cutting up, really showing out. Was on voltage.
Pulling out all the tricks.
Pulling out all the tricks. You can't pull out all the tricks.
No.
If you're not gonna be with a person like that.
Right.
But me, I'm into sex. I own a sex company, adult company. I like to show out. Like I ain't gonna lie, I like to show out.
Do your thing.
The way you see me when I'm out, I like to cut up. So as I'm like on top of him, I want to turn around to where my back is towards him now. And as I'm turning around, I'm squirting. All I heard was, "Bitch, if you ever play with me."
During the sexual intercourse.
During the sexual intercourse.
This intimate moment.
This
guy just screams out,
"Bitch, if you..." He never called me a bitch before. And then I stopped and I turned around and I was like, "What you just said?" He said, "You heard me?"
He didn't even know
he thought he whispered it. He said, I thought I was whispering." I was like, he like kind of messed the mood up because it was more of, I took it so serious because of the things that I heard about his character. So it kind of scared me, like I'm trying to please you and now all you can say is, "Bitch, if you ever play with me." And
that
I'm
was like your warning.
Yeah.
Like not to play with him.
And that's why when
You didn't play with him though, did you?
I guess he felt like, "Bitch, you will never leave me alone." He told me it's mob shit. We together.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, we not."
But do you actually make that clear to these guys?
I do. Okay. I do.
Yeah.
I do. But you also said I'm verbally making it clear, but my action speaks different.
Sure, yeah.
And I can admit to that. Like I was verbally telling him that I didn't want to. I just got out of a relationship. I don't want another relationship. But I was doing all the things to make him think that we was heading towards a relationship. So I kind of
gave him mixed signals.
Yeah. And then after that good weekend and him saying, "Bitch, if you ever play with me during sex," I text him a long message on how I can't do this. Like I need a break. I gotta let it go.
And he actually his response was like cool.
His response was amazing. He act like he understood. It was all good. We actually was going on a trip. I canceled the trip. I told him that I canceled the trip. I'm not going on a trip anymore. And his response was, "Okay, I understand. You have to work on you. You need to get you together."
I honestly think that even in that moment, you was in one of your moods, and I feel like had your building not burned down, and you didn't think it was him, and he waited a week or two and called you, I feel like y'all would have been back cool, back friends.
I feel like we would have been back cool too.
Yeah,
because I did like him. I did. He was a good friend.
But I just don't know if he knew about your mood swings, and I know that at that moment you was in one of those moods.
I don't think he knew about my mood swings.
Right. He was just waited a little while longer. If he would just
didn't give it 24
reacted
hours
so fast.
He didn't give
allegedly.
It
if he wouldn't have
allegedly, he didn't give it 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like I literally texted him that message at like 1 that afternoon, and then 1 that morning, 2 that morning. The shit was in flames. So I think if he wouldn't have reacted so fast in such a negative way, that we would have been back cool. Cause I liked him. I liked his sex. I liked his vibe. Like he was cool. But things, like I say, the universe happens. It goes the way it's supposed to go. I wasn't supposed to align myself with certain people anyway. So even though it wasn't my building, I was renting. I didn't lose much. It wasn't no huge loss, honestly. So it took that for me to, I just said, dodge a bullet. I said it like that. Like God work in mysterious ways.
You think you dodged a bullet?
Not literally, but yeah. Because it could have been worse. If you would do something of that caliber, it could have been very intense, So just, I don't know. I guess, God protects me, so things happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Okay, so then he got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
He's in jail. Everybody's on Instagram
Free him, by the way, because I
it.
don't wish jail on anybody, But maybe I should take that statement back. I don't care what happens.
No, free him, because if we don't know, at least if that's what's in your heart, then,
Maybe I should just not care,
Yeah.
Like, it's not my business.
That's not your business.
Not my business.
Let him.
Yeah, not my business.
But he is still in jail.
Yeah.
And just to clear the air, it's not because of you.
It's not because of me. I would never put him in jail. Like, I don't have. No, not because of me. No. Well, I'm not gonna say I would never put him in jail, because me being a law-abiding citizen, if I had proof and real facts, hardcore facts,
you would,
that he burnt my motherfucking store down. Let me be real.
Like felon.
It wouldn't be considered as ratting. It would, and I'm a law-abiding citizen. You come burn my building down, you going to jail.
Yeah.
But that's not the case with him, because even though in my heart I feel like that's him on a video, I don't have a clear enough picture for me to say, yeah, that's him. But if it was a clear picture and I had to press charges, you going to jail, because why would you burn down my stove? This is what I make. I make over $100,000 a year on that stove. And you can't plan with how I pay my bills, how I feed my kids, and my livelihood. Don't do that. So yeah, I'm gonna take that back. Because you don't do that to people. Whoever did it, you don't do that to people. That was my store. Like, that was my store. That wasn't no gimmick. That wasn't no insurance job. Like, I literally just celebrated my 5-year mark at that store. I've been at that store for 5 years. So for somebody to come and do that to me, I don't forgive them. I don't give a fuck about them. Yeah. So if I knew for sure it was him, I would press charges on him. I am a law-abiding citizen, and I would have definitely pressed charges on him, because you don't go burn up somebody. So even if I find out it wasn't him, and it was John somewhere, John going to jail. Period. It's not a target on him. I don't care who it is. You don't do that, because I wouldn't do that to him. I'm sorry. Yeah. I liked him enough not to hurt him like that. And if I played with his feelings in any type of way, it wasn't intentional. And I apologize for that, because I was not trying to lead you on in any type of way that will make you that angry with me. Yeah. But moving forward, it is what it is. Right.
So you moved forward. After that, you continue to get that. You didn't. I mean, I'm saying you move forward with, like, life and business. Like, you continue to open up your new store. Don't stop no show.
I can, no matter what I go through, you're going to keep seeing me. Yeah. I got to keep going. Energize the battery. Gotta keep going. I have to. I got big bills. I can't dwell on. I can't sit on something too long. Right. And so the only thing that really almost broke me was my son, and that's the only thing I sat on and didn't move. Other than that, a nigga come a dime a dozen. I'm not worried with that.
You can always
store. Obviously, you can always create another business. Look how fast I got another store.
You got another store really fast.
That was fixable. So yeah.
So you moved on from that. And now we're here, and we're at the grand opening.
You was at the grand opening.
I was there. A lot of other people was there, but you weren't.
I was not there.
And everybody want to know why you weren't there. There was people, everybody was saying she was sick, she had family issues, she had this and that, whatever. And I mean, that day I was there. I was one of the first people there. And I found out what happened when I got there. I had just left you. And
you did.
I just left from your house.
I was all dressed up. Imagine me like that on side the highway with handcuffs.
I had just left your house, and I was like, I'm gonna make it there before you, because I'm on my way. And you was like, well, I gotta go to Chalmette, and then I'll be there. And when I got there, I found out what happened. And from that moment on, people started coming in. Me, Grand.
I heard it was a success too. It was really nice.
It was really nice. A lot of people came out and supported. But the people who came, they were looking for you, and we was like, "She's not feeling good." Or I was hearing so many people say so many different things that I didn't even know what to say at that point. I'm like, Grand just said she had a family issue. Grand was saying, like, she had to deal with her apartments or something, And then I heard somebody else say, she's not feeling good. And I'm like, oh my God.
The Wanda said I wasn't feeling good.
Everybody's saying so many different things. What should I say?
I was trying to get to that phone so fast, girl. Because my sister, she's so emotional. She's like an emotional wreck when something happens with me.
Yeah, she is.
And I was like, I got to get to that phone because she going to shut it down. And when I did get to the phone, she said, I just been waiting for you to call. I'm about to shut this shit. I said, please don't shut it down.
Yeah, she was sitting
there. Baby, it's business first, baby. You let that shit roll.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
This is why we need the energy drink.
Let's talk about it.
This is going to be a lot.
So. Oh, it was so cute too. It was. The decorations.
The decorations was really nice. Eminel.
So, I was on my way. My son, Toto. Toto, you done made this segment a lot, baby. Toto did not want to stay home with his brothers. He wanted me to bring him to Chalmette, St. Bernard Parish, which was causing me a detour. I had to go to Chalmette to drop him off, and then I was going to make it to the West Bank. So as I'm bringing him, I'm in this loud ass Tesla, and you can contest because you know the police stops you or people just stop you.
Actually, the police only stopped me once in Chalmette, and when they stopped me, they literally said, "We just wanted to see the truck."
They get stopped in the truck because they want to see the truck. The truck. The truck draw too much attention. And I got this big ass windshield that's tinted. So as I'm going down Paris Road, on the other side, the police was going this way. So he seen the big ass tinted window and made a U-turn. He seen a Tesla and wanted to fucking stop a Tesla. Made the U-turn and came pull me over. When he pulled me over, he was like, the tint too dark. I put the window down and I was like, what you stop me for? That's how, like, what you stop me for? And he was like, your tent. The tent is illegal. You're not supposed to have this type of tent. You can do a visor, explaining all that. I was like, okay, so you're going to give me a ticket for the tent? He said, actually, I'm going to let you go. I just want to run your name, make sure everything good, make sure you got your insurance and everything, your registrations. If you got all that, I'm going to let you go. I gave him my driver's license. I gave him the insurance and the registrations. He went to the back of the car, got in his car. He come to the driver door this time and was like, ma'am, could you step out for a second?
Not step out.
Could we talk to you for a second? And I've been in jail over 20 times. Like I've been in jail a lot. That's my past life. But I've been there. I knew what that was about. If you asked me to step out and talk to you, I must got a warrant, right? Now, I talked to you previously, months prior.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the things that happened before the fire, I want to say.
Yeah, it happened a long time ago.
Yeah. That I was being, I had to go in to talk about a Medicaid situation. And that turned into a warrant months later. So that's why, because I'm like, I don't do shit. What I got a warrant for? But I know I don't do shit, so I kind of, like, even though I'm like, what I got a warrant for, I kind of know what it got to be because I literally don't get into anything.
Yeah.
So, I got out the car and he was like, you have a warrant in Baton Rouge, a felony warrant in Baton Rouge. We're going to have to take you to jail. And I'm like, trying to process it because I can't do anything about it. This is what's happening. Get on your phone. Do what you got to do. Let people know what's about to happen, what's about to go down, how to move forward. Because, baby, you're going to jail. I know this. He's not about to let me go. So I get on the phone. I call the Wanda. My mama. I called my mama because I knew she wasn't too far behind me. And I got my son with me. Come get the call. Come get my baby. I'm about to go to jail. I even called. No, Mike texted me and was like, I heard the Dicks got you. Now, Mike was already mad because I didn't invite him to the grand opening. And the reason being is because I just felt like so much went on and so many people that was going to be there didn't get along with Mike. I didn't want them to go wrong. But Mike's whole thing was I had another man that was going to be there. So that's why I didn't invite him. So he texted me with an attitude like, oh, I heard the Dicks got you.
How did he know that?
Girl, I was on fucking, what's the name of it? I was on Bourbon, you might as well say. Everybody was passing. Like, everybody
But in Chalmette?
in Chalmette. I didn't know they had that many people come to Chalmette. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm about to call you or whatever. But I'm calling my lawyer. I'm making all kind of phone calls to make sure everybody know what's up. Y'all know what to do from here. Cause I'm about to go. So I'm telling my sister, I'm telling everybody, okay, he let me use the phone. Call this one, call that one. This is this. I'm gonna get a phone to Zay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Orchestrating what I need done. And so I called Mike and I was like, yeah, they about to take me to jail. I got the warrant. I say, today Saturday, then they're not gonna do nothing on the weekend. Is a Baton Rouge warrant. I said, so I'm predicting Baton Rouge not gonna come get me till about Monday or Tuesday, and then I'm gonna have to get a bond. I probably ain't gonna be home till Wednesday or Thursday. So now we do this Saturday, and I'm sitting, and it was like she's so calm. But I've been through this before. I know. I don't got long before they put me in cuffs. I gotta make shit happen. Let me tell you what to do. Whatever. My mama called. Everybody knew what was going on. So my mom finally pulled up. Her and Zay took the call, and my mom got my son. My mom pulled up with the worst attitude. The worst attitude, and that's why I got the charge for the tent. Because they was not giving me no charge for the tent.
They didn't give you no tickets. They gave you charges.
They gave me a charge for the tent and
child restraint.
Toto not having on a seatbelt. That man was not giving me nothing for none of that. But he was being so nice to me by letting me make all those phone calls. By trying to get my mom to pull off with my son so my son don't have to see me get arrested. And my mom pulled up angry because she knew I was going to jail. And it's like, Ma, it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. This is something that have to happen. Because y'all stop, y'all this. And she just went off. And I was like, and then they trying to fuss with her. And I'm like, don't talk to my mama like that. So now it's like animosity between me and the police now. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, don't talk to my mama like that. One thing led to another, baby. Come on, let's go. And I'm out there with a big long black trench coat on, girl, with my little setup. Yeah, I had it on. I had that shit on. It was like, who the fuck is that? In a Tesla. It was the scene was there. It was a scene. So went to jail. Didn't make the grand opening. I'm sitting in a holding cell. They rolling more people in. Everybody in there crying, and I'm just in my thoughts. Like, I ain't shed not one tear. Shed not one tear. I think I was on the phone with you one time too. It just was it was just a waiting game. I knew it was a waiting game. I knew I had to wait. So fast forward, I was in St. Bernard Parish from Saturday to Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, they came and got me Tuesday. Before Tuesday, the guards came to the back and was like, "Who are you? Who are you?" And I was like, "What that mean?" It was like, "Who are you? Everybody is calling for you. We have over 200 people calling. We can't answer other calls." And I was like, "Listen, my family know what's going on with me. Just go ahead and tell them y'all can't give out no information. That'll probably stop the line from ringing." Yeah. And that's what they started doing or whatever.
Yeah, because when Dewanda was calling back to get information, it's like, we can't give you the information. And Dewanda was like, I'm her sister.
Yeah. Don't know that. Because I told them, y'all know everything. Like, they know everything. Anybody who trying to get me out or need to know, they know. Anybody else that's calling, they ain't nobody for me or whatever.
The people wanted to know why you was in jail. They was calling.
Yeah, but they deemed that I was in jail for fraud when I was in jail for a warrant and a tenant windows and no child restraint. So they just automatically like painted the narrative that they've been wanting to paint it because this whole success story that I have is built on fraud. Yeah. So I was in there. I guess moving forward, I'll get to why I felt like I was in there. I think I kind of explained that on social media, but I was in there. I survived those 5 days off a pack of crackers. I was not getting in Joe's mode. I'm not about to eat this food. I'm not about to take no bath. I ain't do none of that. I ain't do none of that. I'm like, nope. Because I knew I was going home. Yeah. And God came and spoke to me when I was in there too. He sent me the water. I had a dream that I went in there with some, like, it was like some big old balloons that Mike got for me. And I was at my own party. And I went in the air with the balloons. There was some gold balloons. And I came down in this big infinity pool of clear water. And that was God speaking to me again. I knew I was good. Yeah. So They kept saying, "You're gonna be in here. Super Bowl is happening. Nobody gonna come get
I was hearing that,
you.
yeah.
We have legally 10 business days. That's not including weekends or holidays to come get you. Everybody is on detail. Nobody's coming get you. You're gonna be in here a while." And I was like, well, at this point, I'm gonna have to try to buy me some store because whatever, like whatever. So, I got the best lawyer in the city, Frank DeSalvo, and he did make shit happen. And they did come get me. I did go to Baton Rouge, and that's when I found out, because the whole time it was just a Baton Rouge warrant. That's when I found out it was the Medicaid. So what happened with that, which you already know, but for the people, what happened with that, born and raised on Medicaid, born and raised on welfare, born and raised, that's the girl. Yo, I ain't always have the silver spoon in my mouth. Right. So when I started my business, I was on Medicaid. I didn't think my business was gonna, it did though, thank God. The business, did what it did. Yeah. And I still was on Medicaid. I didn't cut Medicaid off. So in that first year, because business did good first year, I think first year I made $1 million. Well, the business made $1 million. And, once I got my CPA and everything else, I'm separate from my business, learning, trial and error, learning as I'm going. Because I didn't know anything about business.
Learning the way business actually works.
Yeah, learning the way business actually works. So in my case, I don't care if you've been on Medicaid all your life, baby, you did good this year. I couldn't predict that, but you should have got off it. You should have said, "Oh, I'm about to open up," whatever, however they felt.
You eventually got off, but you just got off.
I've been off for a while. Eventually got off, but not
in time.
Immediately. Yeah. Immediately. Like, who would predict that? So, they feel like basically there was in the beginning when I heard about it, it's just like, oh, you just got to pay it back. And I was like, okay, just something I got to pay back. That's when I, discuss with you, like, girl, I got to pay Medicaid some money, whatever. But in order to pay back, the process is you got to get processed and do it through the court. So when I got the phone call, oh, you got to turn yourself in and do it through the courts. They're going to let you right back out, but that's the way you got to pay it through the courts. I'm like, okay. And when I try to go through the motion to do that, it never was in the system. Yeah. The warrant never showed up. Never. The lawyer couldn't. It was just nowhere in the system. Just so happened on my way to my grand opening that, I'm still a firm believer God do things in mysterious ways. I don't know what he was trying to protect me from or why I didn't make that grand opening. But God stopped me in my tracks on my way there. Went to jail. And then when I was in jail, I did hear the things about, oh, this one posted this and they said this and I was like, girl, baby, I'm sitting in the cell. You think I give a fuck about what the people say?
Right.
I'm ready to get out of here. So I did hear, but I was like, people can't be that naive. Like, you can't be that stupid. If I bought my house on fraud, my car's on fraud.
You bought key to house on fraud?
I bought key to house on fraud. You have to know it wouldn't have been a traffic stop. Yeah. And it wouldn't have been a state charge. It wouldn't have been a state charge. It would have been federal. And it wouldn't have been a traffic stop. The police would have been at my house. They come around 5, y'all. I've been through this before. I've been to the past before. They come around 4, 5 in the morning, typically 5, banging on your door. They seizing everything you bought with fraud money. Your houses, your cars, just everything. It wouldn't have been no fucking traffic stop in St. Bernard Parish. Right. So I was like, some people may not know that. Some people never been through the system to know that. Granted, some people feel like they're street and they've been through this and that. You should know that. But it's just things that I've been hearing since I've been successful. Like, there's no way to hit involve making that type of money. But you got to know, as loud as I was or I am, the big old house, the nice cars, the feds would have been came. Yeah. Like, it just would have been a thing. Like, you cannot do illegal things and be loud consistently and think that they're not looking.
Ain't gonna
come, especially when it started when I was actually on fighting a different fed case, right? I was on, then after that, I was on federal probation when I bought the house. So, like, you got to be kind of, I guess that's just something people want for me. But no, that's not what God wants for me. That's not what God had for me. So that's just not what it's going to be. But yeah, so to sum all that up, it couldn't have been a worse time though, It's just like I was on my way.
It was a really bad time.
It was a bad time, but although us in the flesh think it was a bad time, God always got a purpose and a plan.
Oh, yeah.
So I just know. And even then, the 5 days, like I was really, I had like so much was going on in my life, like all the things that we've been talking about just tonight, that I never had a clear mind. I never had
a chance to sit down and really think about it.
No, I never had a time. Like I live when being in jail, you have no responsibility. You have nothing. Like you have, I couldn't handle my business, my children, just nothing. I was just free of all responsibilities.
No, yeah, you was in jail. You was real cool on everything. I was like, Dawn, if she called, I put money on my phone. Dawn was like, she probably not gonna call.
They was calling the jail saying, could y'all make
Tell her to call?
Yeah. And I
was
like,
by the way, I still got money on my phone. So if anybody go to jail, I don't know which one is it.
Evercom, Securus.
No, Securus. I think I got the account with Securus. I opened that up. I put money on the phone, and she never called me. So if anybody go to jail, somebody y'all in your family
hit her up,
and I'll
hit her up. But no, like for me, and I was taught that a while ago. When I started going, I've been going to jail since I was 12, and it was like the phone would.
They just want to stay away from the
phone. What's going on in the world? Just like when I called home, they're telling me what they posted on Instagram. If I wouldn't have had that phone call, I wouldn't have knew what was going on in the world, because it doesn't pertain to me right now. My headspace is in here. I'm in here. I gotta focus on what's in here. I can't focus on what's going on out there, because none of that can help me right now. It's just going to be a distraction. So now when I got off the phone and I'm hearing that audio on the internet saying you in jail for fraud and they been knew you, I gotta go sit back in this little fucking cell on this cot and think about that when I already got a lot of shit going on anyway. So you gotta detach, and that's why. Because it was like, oh, I'm so happy you called. Even Mike, I kept calling the people saying, call, tell her, call me. And it's like, when he went to jail one time, I was like, Mike, get off that phone like that. Stop calling me like that. Like, don't do that. Because when you do that, like, go lay down, go to sleep. My time went by, them 5 days went by so fast, I slept that shit away. I thought, I was thinking, it just was, I feel like
Girl, they would have thought I was dead. Because I would have never woke up in the jail. I just would have slept all day.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best thing. It was like, Brooke, you ain't gonna go take a shot, babe. I ain't stink. I still smell like baccarat. Everybody keep telling me how good I smell. I'm good. I'm good.
They'd have thought I was dead.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, it was another chapter of my life. Something else had to happen. I can't tell you exactly what's gonna come from that. I know, like, you want to know, no jail time, no none of that, like nothing. The most they was gonna get was them 5 days. God is still good. I'm still flourishing. I'm still making things happen. I'm still taking care of my family. Everything is still good. That's just that's what happened. And I'm like, they making a big deal. Like, I didn't even break the internet. Y'all know me from going to jail.
Right.
Like, this is how I became Body by Brooke on an ankle monitor. From
Yeah.
bars to bars. That was, of course I didn't want it to happen again, but that's, y'all act like that was tea.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something to talk about, like, because I'm always in the tabloids. I got something going on.
Yeah, something going on right now. Let's talk about it.
What I got going on?
Valentine's Day just passed.
It did.
And you made like an appearance of some sort.
What kind of appearance I made, girl?
Like, not to just jump off the grand opening so fast. By the way, the grand opening was successful. I was there. Everything was great. Shake Back was out there. You had the Feel Fine products there.
The Hair Kingpin gave away bundles, I heard.
Oh, he showed up and showed out. Jason definitely did.
Yeah.
He did for sure. But, after that was over, now you're home.
And the person was there, I heard.
Oh, he came. He showed up with the gifts and the flowers, and yeah, he definitely showed. And I didn't even tell him anything. And he called me before he
But he
came.
knew about that whole situation.
Before?
Yeah, like, I'm an open book.
No, he knew about the situation, but he didn't know.
No, he didn't know I was in jail.
He didn't know you was in jail.
He knew about the Medicaid situation because I told him.
He didn't know you was in jail.
No, because I just talked to his mama, because she did all the decorations. So no, nobody knew. Like, I literally told her, because they sent me a video, and I texted her. I was like, girl, you did your thing. Like, thank you. And right after that, I got stopped by the police.
So, that guy, yes, You guys made an appearance. Y'all went to the Mary J. Blige concert together. And then y'all went to Key Party afterwards together. Yeah, pour it up.
They're supposed to make you feel fine. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, this got me telling all my business.
so,
this
so
got me
tell
telling
all.
all my business.
Don't worry, we got some more bottles. So
toast.
You want to toast before you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh. Yeah.
Y'all made the appearance. Mhm. You was texting me while you were at the concert. Y'all was having a good time, but there was people there, acting like paparazzi. He was like, "Girl, people taking pictures everywhere. We just can't get a break." And I'm like, he seems like a guy with a status too. So maybe is that what it is? Are they like, your supporters, his fans? I don't know. Here, artists and stuff like that. So,
girl, now I had talked to you earlier, and I was like, I don't want to go outside with him. I don't want to be seen in a public with another man with him. I just don't want to do it because I don't got I just don't feel like being talked about. I just don't want to get people nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
But it was Valentine's Day, and he wanted to take me to the concert and to dinner, and had all these things planned. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it won't be as bad as I think it is, but it was worse than normal.
Yeah.
Soon as we walked through first of all, everybody know me. I don't know if,
but a lot of people know him too, so that's why I was like, maybe is that what it is?
But I'm saying from the moment of the door, the people who check the tickets from the moment of the door, like Brooke. But they were showing love, and I expect that. Soon as we walk in, hoes don't even know they flash on. I got into it with one girl before I could even get in the concert. Cause she just steady. And I'm like, Lord, like if you want a picture, just ask me to pose or something, like your flash is giving you away. She was like, you ain't nobody. And I was like, but I'm all through your camera roll now. I ain't nobody, but you steady taking pictures of me. Stop taking pictures of me. Like, I'm feeling it, but like, go ahead. Just go ahead.
Just let me enjoy my night.
Yeah, let me enjoy my night. Fuck. So then Mike texts me. I'm the whole of New Orleans.
I saw the text.
He's embarrassed to say I'm his baby mama. That's sad. And he screenshot. Do you remember the girl name that told him, I just seen your baby mama? The text read.
Yeah.
What was it? 7 something?
It was something red or something, huh?
I don't remember. And somebody took our phones. But yeah, so the text read, I just seen your baby mama coming to Mary J. Blige's concert. I was walking out. She was with some random dude. He responded, that ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing new. Then he said, do he have dreads? And she said, yeah, he kind of short with dreads. And he said, bet. And he screenshot it and sent it to me. Yeah. Bring it in.
You want to know? You want to tell the name of the girl so bad?
Do. Because the whole won't be messy. She won't be messy. Now let me be messy.
Yeah, she was being messy. So she did. She did text him in time that you was at the concert with a guy. He started texting you from that moment. But to go back, you guys, you weren't with him. You and him are not together.
No, ma'am, no. She said, I just saw your baby mother at the concert. He said, oh, yeah. She said, yeah, it was some random guy. I was leaving Mary J. It was kind of boring. What you doing? He said, nothing new. Did he have dreads? She said, oh, I thought you was trying to talk freaky to me right quick. But yeah, he was short with dreads. And he said, bet.
Freaky to her, little do she know his only concern is you. But carry on.
I don't see her name on here because you sent it. Like when it got sent, it was like this.
No, yeah, but it was like
I thought you sent the whole
red,
thing.
something.
Yeah, because I went in her DM too. And she followed me.
She was following you at the time.
She was following me and in my DM and all that with all that fake ass shit.
You sent it to him, I think.
Let me go see.
Girl, that's a lot of text messages to go back.
No, I'm going through the pictures because it would have been a screenshot. It would have been a screenshot.
She wanted to tell the girl's name, y'all.
I do.
The girl who told
her
you.
name, Forever Red Wings.
Yeah.
Keep God first. Forever _ Red Wings. This is the girl. And I went on DM and I was like, bitch, you too fucking messy. I said, like, what the fuck me being at the concert got to do with Mike? And she was like, huh? I said, don't hide me, bitch. Like, you know what the fuck you did. Mm-hmm. And then she unfollowed me and made her page private. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that happened. And me and Mike, we talk on and off, but Mike deal with other girls, a lot of other girls. Mm-hmm. So I didn't. You wanted him to talk freaky to you, so why you had to tell on me?
He was only concerned about you.
If you want him to talk freaky, the best thing to do was just say what's up, what you doing, like not tell him what I got going on,
right?
Because that messed your mission up. Mm-hmm. So I got the text from Mike, and then everybody was just pulling their cameras out. Mm-hmm.
But that didn't stop nothing because then you came to the next event. Y'all came to the next event together with the security coming through the crowd, and the security draws attention because now he's flashing a light.
He was flashing a light?
You know, to make room. You know what they do with their flashlight?
He had a light?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that part.
He was like making room for y'all. So everybody saw y'all coming in. Everybody saw this whole...
And he was not even supposed to, I was supposed to come along.
Yeah, you supposed to come here.
Because after we did our...
by myself. Sarah was by herself. Me and Sarah met up and you were supposed to come and meet us. It was not supposed to be
no couple thing. It wasn't. We were supposed to go to Key Party as friends, But he surprisingly wanted to come with me.
Because you just got that effect. So he didn't want to leave you, like
he didn't want to. Yeah. So, we did do a walkthrough, but that's my friend. Mm-hmm. That is not, I'm not in another relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm not committed to nobody. Mm-hmm. I'm just having fun. Like, that's my friend. Mm-hmm. Like, we did do the walkthrough. And it wasn't even supposed to be a walkthrough, but that's what it was. Mm-hmm. It was a walkthrough. We saw Mary again. I had to show my face for Keith. Let Keith know I'm here. Was up. Did a little 1-2 dance. Mary was gone. We left together. Me, you, and him. Mm-hmm. We left out.
We got food.
Went
stopped at another spot.
Went stop at the Wits. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I met him, through you, and he seems like a really nice guy, sweet guy.
He cool.
He is. He's cool.
I've been talking to him since 2020, but no intercourses, sexual intercourses. No dates until recently. Just always was friendship and communication and whatever's going on with me, I tell him. That's why it was so easy for me to tell him about the Medicaid situation because we talk. We tell each other a lot. But we was friends. It was never a thing. Like that's my partner. That's my people. So he my baby now.
He your baby now.
Yeah, but not my man. Nothing exclusive. Just people just be doing them, doing whatever works for them. I'm the type of girl that's gonna do whatever works for me. I don't care what nobody say. I'm built for this internet shit. People don't even understand. Like, girl,
they could just give it up.
Yeah. Even you be like, bro, and I'm like, girl, I'm built for this.
Yeah, no, they can give it up.
Yeah.
The internet trolls, they can give it up because you're not. They can't break you at all.
No.
And people will call me too and be like, dang, Brooke okay? And I'm like, please. Are the people okay? Because Brooke is okay. Y'all have no clue. No, for real. If they call me like, oh, your friend, don't even worry about it.
No. Yeah. No. It don't faze me at all. Actually, I'm going to egg it on a little bit.
You will?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, this is the friend that.
I'd be like, don't do that. But you'd be like, no, I'm about to.
Yeah. But to break it up for real. Yeah. All what I say, all press is what? It's gonna bring some money. You see how when that girl went live, I made over $18,000 that day. Yeah. Like, girl, I'm gonna make some money out this situation. And you over there popping it all, saying all this, you popping it and saying and exposing you and Mike situation and not making $1. I'm gonna show you how to capitalize off it. So I just take all those moments and capitalize. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it is what it is. It's life. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I really don't. I'm just one of the blessed ones. I'm one of his favorites, God, who I'm speaking of, and I made it out. I made it out, and I'm humble. You know that. I help people. I'm not cocky and arrogant. I'm just not that person. But I don't I don't give a fuck. Like I just it is what it is. Who are you to talk about me? When you got all that, you over there talking about me and your lights probably off. Like that's you need to focus. Trump taking away food stamps and stuff. Like focus on that. That's way bigger than what I got going on.
Yeah.
And when did I ever say I was perfect? If I was doing fraud, bitch, I would do fraud proud. When I went to the feds for selling pills, I made $80,000 in 2 months. Of proud. I don't be hiding that shit. Then came out with a book and told you about it. From bars. I went from bars to the boss. Like, that's just, the internet could give it up.
Right.
Because I'm not the one that you could break. I don't fold. I don't care about that. I'm going to capitalize off it. And here we are. Here we are. ToasTeas.
Here we are. ToasTeas.
Yeah. You got the, how would we call it? Not freaking frack.
Freaking frack.
That's
freaking frack. For sure. Freaking
frack.
But
And y'all could thank her some of the times for some things that I don't do.
Yeah.
Because I go hard.
And so I be feeling like when stuff happens, I be feeling like I have to talk to you all day in order to keep your composure. But it's like the minute I can't talk and I gotta go off and do something, 5 minutes later I look at Instagram like she gave in.
I couldn't help it.
She gave in.
Like, I couldn't help it.
She gave
It's okay
in.
though. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it never really turns out as bad as I be thinking. Because I be like, no, Brooke, don't do that because you never know what could happen. And then you do it and it's like, well, she still came out on top.
Yeah.
It still made sense for her. So
even when I went to go get my nose done, Missy was with me. You know, she came to Turkey with me. And when I was like, oh, I'm about to post, and she was like, don't do that. And I was like, girl, I was already telling these people about this journey. Was she beat me to the punch because Mike bitch ass want to go pillow talk and tell a bitch that I'm about to go get my nose done.
So she was posting, that you was going
to So she beat me to it, but I was already about to share this journey with these people. I'm not ashamed of this. I did this because this is what I wanted to do.
And you share everything.
I share everything. It's just she was able to give them my news before me, but she ain't give it to them better than me. Because, see, I'm me, and I was able to post.
Yeah.
I was, she was on outside looking in, but, yeah. She was like, don't do it, friend, don't do it, because they're going to have some more to talk about. Baby, all them comments was saying how T that nose was like, oh, Lordy did a good job. So it always just works out. But I share a lot of stuff. Now, I do, in the future, plan to be more private. I'm just not a private girl, though.
You're not going to be private.
I'm not a private girl, because, I wasn't going to even say nothing about this little situation.
I couldn't believe, I mean, even though people had already saw it, they saw, you at the concert and stuff like that. The next day when you posted it, I was like...
It was a cute picture.
It was a very cute picture.
It was a cute picture. That wasn't planned. We didn't plan to dress alike.
Y'all had the same color. Y'all was
we didn't have a videographer, a photographer. That was somebody that was literally outside the arena and snapped that picture as we were walking up. And when he showed us the picture, I was like, oh my God.
And you had to post it.
And he told me to post it. So I posted it. Yeah. Now, if he had a girlfriend, I would have never did that. But
I mean, we're not going to speak on that, but there was some backlash. There was a girl who felt like,
It's been some backlash the last few days, and I'm like...
Y'all friends, so nothing, that doesn't even matter.
Give it up. Give it up, because I don't expect nothing of him. Like, no faithfulness, no, like... Give that part up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did hear about it. I actually was on, it was...
It's always something.
Oh, it's always something, yeah.
So I think that sums up everything that you've been through. And like I said, this is probably going to be the longest episode because you did go through a lot and you were talking about it, but not necessarily like being open enough. Like what people are used to. They used to you really telling everything detail for detail, going live, talking about your business.
And this time
you
becoming
just
a little draining. Especially when it happened with my son. And then when somebody try to get Keith to roll, let's roll this because they say her son got drugged or something. And I don't play like that. I'm like, I don't play like that. So it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all speculate.
And if you notice, when you don't speak on it, it die down so fast. It might rotate for 24 hours.
And there's a lot of things I'm not gonna speak on anymore because if an event do happen, something new happen, we gotta talk about it on here. So,
yeah.
Instagram some free shit.
Yeah.
So if you want to know, you gotta come.
I would have subscribe.
You would have to subscribe.
You gotta subscribe.
Yeah.